It's time to go to the meat market with THRAKKUS the Butcher in Historic Brawl today. Alright, here we have my THRAKKUS the Butcher deck in Historic Brawl. For anybody who doesn't know what he does, he is a Dragon Peasant for 3 red-green. He's a 3/4 Trampler, and whenever he attacks, double the power of each dragon you control until end of turn. This makes him quite powerful. Even on his own, he attacks as a 6/4. So, what we're going to do here is try to take advantage of that by playing a lot of dragons and just surprise smashing our opponents in the face. To get to that goal, I have the deck broke down into some pieces here. The first column is mana rocks, mana extraction from the deck, a little bit of protection for THRAKKUS and some of the bigger targets, and the second column is basically like mana dorks is what I would call it. So let's go over some of the pieces and parts. For protection, I have Snakeskin Veil and Wild Shape, just to give hexproof and protect THRAKKUS, because sometimes people are just going to kill him outright. I've had it happen. I have a game, I think, in there where he died like 4 times. We also have Mana Rocks and Enchantments. We have Orb of Dragonkind, Wolf Willow Haven, Arcade Signet, Cold Steel Heart, Mind Stone, Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind, Cultivate, Roiling Regrowth, and Settle the Wilds. All these things are to advance you because these dragons, they're not cheap for the most part. You're starting at usually around the 4 mark on up for your creatures, so you kind of need to get there as quickly as possible, and this helps with that. Also assisting it is the Mana Dork category, which I actually have that separated. That should be there. We have, Elvish Mystic, Llanowar Elf. I also have some mana reduction cards like Dragonlord Servant. We also have the Dragon Speaker Shaman down here. They reduce the cost of the dragons, which is really good too. It kind of counts as a mana dork, so I put it over here. Same thing with Fearsome Whelp. We have things like Reckless Barbarian. You can sack it for mana. Sarkhan Wander to Shiv reduces the dragon cost. That's the big one you're going to use on this one. We also have Sarkhan Fireblood, who produces mana as well, or you can use it to draw cards. We have the new Scaled Nurturer, which gets you life if you use it to cast a dragon. And then some, other old goodies. Paradise Druid, Incubation Druid, Elysian Caryatid. Things like this to help get things going quickly. And then the next category I have is basically just a big pile of removal spells. We have Cinderclasm for aggro decks that are coming in at you. Dragon's Fire for targeted removal, Ram Through, which works really well with THRAKKUS, because if you attack with him, let him double power, and then do the Ram Through, you can hit for harder. And if it's a Trampler like him, it'll go through and hit them if it overkills the creature. Flame Sweep for small decks as well. Draconic Intervention for non-dragon decks. This thing, if you remove one of your non-dragon instant sorcery type cards out of the graveyard, you get to sweep the board with that, and it won't even touch your creatures for the most part. Burn Down the House, because sometimes you just got to sweep the board out. And then Primal Might's really good because you can give something this, smash their creature, and then when THRAKKUS swings, it'll double the power on top of what the Primal Might added to it already. And then this is what I call the good stuff category. It's just things that work really well with the deck. We got, the Great Henge, Embercleave, Unnatural Growth, because it stacks with THRAKKUS' power doubling, which is really fun. Same thing with God Eternal Ronus, even though it's a one-shot deal. But, you slam that on the board, it doubles the power, and then THRAKKUS swings and he doubles again. Good stuff. Then we got the Guardian Project, because it's just good to draw cards as you're going along. Drawing cards and adding mana to the game. We have Unexpected Windfall, Pirate's Pillage, and Big Score. Not much to say about them. Rhythm of the Wild, because having haste really helps with this deck, because you're casting these big things, but if you're spending all the time trying to cast the big stuff and they just use a 2-mana spell to wipe it off the board right away, it sucks. Or they board wipe you the next turn, or whatever happens. At least in this case, you get the opportunity to play it on the board and swing if you give it using the Riot ability. The other nice part about this is it also messes with the counterspell players, because you're like, if this resolves, they can't counter your spells, basically, at least your dragons anyways. Garruk's Uprising, because some of these dragons don't have trample, which, they're just going to sit there with a flyer and chump you all day. Well, at least this way they can't do that. And then Fight Rigging, it makes your stuff bigger. Make THRAKKUS bigger is a good idea. swing with it, and then once you get over 7, you get a free spell off of it. It's pretty good. And then the last column here, besides the lands, I got the big pile of dragons. This is all the dragons I selected for this deck. We have Swashbuckler Extraordinaire, we have Young Red Dragon, Moonveil Regent, Atsushi the Blazing Sky, Maniform Hellkite, which I like with this deck because we're playing so many rocks and so much extraction in this deck, you're going to get some value and get some of those illusions going. And they're dragons, so if THRAKKUS is around, they double up too. Draconic Muralist helps you and gets you to tutor for a dragon if it dies. Goldspan Dragon, the best dragon in Standard right now. Skargan Hellkite, this is really good because if you riot it in with a +1/+1 counter on it, then you can start using its pay 4 ability and start shooting things. That's really important. I screwed that up in a couple of games. Terror of the Peaks, direct damage. Wrathful Red Dragon, if they're going to try running into you, you know, start blocking with dragons and kill them, or just run your dragons into their stuff and watch them explode if they try to block. Ancient Copper Dragon, love this thing. Inferno of the Starmounts has haste, can't be countered, and it pumps, which is really good. Key thing to remember, and I've forgotten this a few different times, pump him before combat if you're attacking with THRAKKUS, because you will not get a chance to do it after you attack, and it won't double that amount. Lathless, you just pump out extra dragons to swing with. It's really good. Drakenseth Maw of Flames, he's just so good. It's like, it's a 7/7 flyer on his own, and then he just blows up stuff. I love that dragon. Ancient Bronze Dragon, he's just all around good. Old Gnawbone, really good. And then Earthquake Dragon, because I love big dumb dragons, and hey, why not? I've cast it for 1 mana in several games. And then the mana base is, you know, your basic red-green Gruul type list. Castle Embrith, Den of the Bugbear, Boseiju, because you got to kill some enchantments once in a while. Forests and Mountains, and then all the dual type lands, and then 1 Temple of the Dragon Queen, because we're playing dragons, and more often than not, you're going to be able to play it untapped anyways. This deck spawned off of me wanting to play dragons, but I don't want to play Miirym Sentinel Worm. The deck is just kind of an autopilot, boring, and it drives me nuts type deck. I played it, and I hated it, and I hate running into it as well. It's just, it drives me batty, and if they get the nut draw, you're dead. It doesn't matter what you do. So what I did is I pulled a bunch of the dragons that I was using in that deck and turned it into THRAKKUS instead. And I'm going to have another video coming out soon where I'm using the other part of this, the blue-red side with Lozon Dragon's Legacy. Keep an eye out for that video. I'm not going to do an outro for this video. I'm just going to say right now, thank you for watching. Have a great day. If you like what I'm doing here, please like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good fun stuff below. It helps the channel grow. Let's get to the gameplay. Oh, and I almost forgot. There's actually going to be a second video uploaded alongside of this one, which is going to give commander recommendations for the same commanders. So check that out if you want. The link will be around here somewhere. Thank you. Runor Battlehammer. I don't see him very often. I think the last time I played one, I got my butt handed to me, though. Oh, this is an ugly hand. That's getting mulliganed. That's a little better. It doesn't matter because I have the mountain in hand. Let's just go ahead and play the mountain so I don't screw up and not get that untapped. That would suck. We'll go with the green just in case so I can get Sylvala, and we'll pass. I can make this at instant speed. So. What is that? It dies, you get a 1/1. I'll wait. Make the treasure. And let's get... I'm hoping this doesn't bite me in the tail like it did the last game I played with this. I played against a Prosper Townbound deck just a bit ago. Forgot to hit record, so nobody gets to see that one. But he drew more cards off of it than I did, and then he killed it. So it's like... yeah. Still not sold on the card being in the deck. Okay. Might be a good time to pyroclasm here. It's a card for guys, right? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and sub. Okay, well, not the one I wanted, but it's fine. Actually, I'll wait. Let him do his thing, and then I'll Cinderclasm and kill them both. It's a face breaker. That's fine. And do attacks. And yeah, Cinderclasm, so that is no. It's not going to kill the face breaker anyway, so I don't need to sit back and wait on it. Alright, what do I need out of this? I guess. What is her ability again? At X, greatest power. So let's go ahead and do green, red. And then cast this. It's bigger than everything else. I'll get a card off. Yeah. And then I'm gonna tap her for red. Oh, I can pay green to activate it. Never mind. I am stupid. Never mind. I messed that up. I don't use her very often, so. Oops. No. Yeah, I'm a derp. My bad. You get a card. He's gonna pull my Magda. Alright. Savala, blah, blah, blah. What do I do with this? I think I'd rather have the... I get a card no matter what, right? Man, screw it. Let's go Hellkite. Let's put a counter on it. Yes, oh, no, I can't because he has a 5. No, never mind. And we'll just do groups otherwise. It actually leaves me with some mana left over, so I'll cast the Elysian Caryatid as well. Or, hang on. I need red, more than green. Let's do... Yeah, we'll do the Caryatid. Because it'll tap for 2 mana with the Hellkite. So... yeah, we'll go ahead and swing. I like Uprising in here with THRAKKUS because a lot of the dragons don't have trample when you double their power, and then that just makes it stupid.
Every pebble is a soldier in my army. You brought this upon yourself.
She kind of did her job. I got some cards off of her. She helped me power out a few things. You have no open mana. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 open. I need 8. Yeah, I'm gonna actually take this. I wonder. Do both of them. Or I could do him and shoot her. Or just hit it. Yeah, let's go with this. I can actually do both, which is funny. Yeah, we'll go ahead and be the first and well. Go to combat. Swing face, swing Nakiri, swing face. What's that? Decline for right now. Next.
If I'm gone,
I'm gonna leave my options open. Because with the Caryatid, I have a counter on the Hellkite. I can use the Hellkite to shoot something if I need to, or I can just shoot him in the face at the end of the turn. It doesn't matter. Okay, there's a valet. Okay with that. I feel it. He's swinging wide. Okay, it's what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 19 damage? Only 12 damage? That's two blockers. Let's put... I'll put the Caryatid in front of Brimor. And then I'm going to activate Skirt and Hellkite and kill the Order. Mitigate about the most damage I can mitigate right now. Good game. Next. I'm gonna go swing, swing, swing. Attackers. Yes, we're going to do this. Below that, you get the double strike. Next blockers. Get 2. I'm gonna play THRAKKUS. And again, I missed lethal because I should have just shot him in the face because I got overexcited. If I lose this game because I did that, I'm gonna be irritated. Swashbuckler's getting shoved out of the gates. That's for sure. THRAKKUS can block whatever. Not letting myself get close to 2 because I don't feel like dying to a shock or something that gets exiled off the top. Alright, let's just do what I should have done in the first place instead of playing THRAKKUS and say goodbye. I'm not chancing this. That was a screw up and a half. I missed lethal. I got excited, played THRAKKUS. I should have just shot him in the face. This is not an awful starting hand. Let's go with it. Depending on if I draw another land, will determine if I drop the Rockfall Veil turn 1 or not. Did not, so it's first. being that I'm playing against red, we're probably just going to go ahead and do instant hurt, because I don't think Magda's going to survive.
He told me I would find you. Bolus told me I should do this.
I wasn't even paying attention to what I was playing against. It's Mirom Sentinel Worm, so this is going to be a little, very scary, I think. I think I just need an unexpected windfall at this point. I don't care about Cinderclasm because his stuff's bigger than what it'll deal with. And then I'm going to pass a turn because I want those treasures.
Look
I
to
need
the
to get
skies.
creatures on the board as quickly as possible because Mirror's going to become a real problem. Alright. What to do? If I drop this, it gives me 2 mana and leaves my stuff wide open. If I play Wild Heart, I can do... can do what? Nothing. Let's just do her with a counter. Pass. Because I need as much mana as I can get, because the idea here is going to be try to get Terror and some other dragon on the board to start shooting things. One, 2, 3, 4, 7 mana. I need 9 to play Terror at Sushi.
I will call the dragons.
Or at Sushi THRAKKUS. Okay, so that gives me an idea or 3. And this leaves me open to be able to haste. If he wants to block this in favor of the face, I don't really care about his thing. Give me them treasures. Come on. Off. 3. That's it? Son of a... Alright. Well, if Magda lives, I get one treasure off of anything around here. I'm going to be in good shape.
Are you ready?
I think if I would have attacked Sarkhan, he would have blocked. I think because I went face, he didn't do it. Okay. So, thank goodness he does not have haste yet. Alright, THRAKKUS. I think we need to go to town here. Here. I could tear down with THRAKKUS. He would block both the Ancient Copper Dragon and the THRAKKUS. Let's go haste. And let's do... I'm trying to decide if I want at Sushi's ability or... Yeah, let's go face. And I have a surprise for one of those 7/7s if he blocks THRAKKUS. No. Okay. No, I'm gonna use her ability to sack the 5 treasures. And I'm gonna go get something. Let's go get... What do I want? Screw it. Dracoseth. And he can come over the counter. Since he didn't block THRAKKUS, there's no point in trying to do the snakeskin veil stupid stuff. Son of a bitch. Okay. That sucks. On all sorts of levels. Counter. I'm dead if I don't. Yeah, leave Snakeskin Veil up. I think I'm screwed, but... That's a lot of dragons. Miram is a load of bullshit. Yeah, that's the ballgame. Kumena Tyrant of Razka. Alright. Of course, I got an Elvish Mystic. I go first. Oh, hey, there's no forest in that hand. God, you suck, Shuffler. Alright. Let's go ahead with the Scaled Nurture. Alright, he's going to take that. That's great. Let's go land. It's like, do I leave myself? I know. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to ramp. We'll get 2 red. Because I get the feeling he's going to tap out to play creatures. Yeah, or other things. So that goes. Cast gets it. Okay. Alright, I want that. And I also want this. So that will give me a 6 strike. Oh, give me an Embercleave. Okay. That'll work. That's a little busted. Every time he gets a counter, you... Alright. And then he gets to tap and draw a card too, unless he gets another Merfolk out somehow. Then he can do the counter thing. I forgot how messed up that commander was. We don't even have the good stuff in here. Alright, ooh. I like this plan. Give it haste. Give me treasures. This one can have a plus 1. Actually, we'll sit on that. I was gonna do the Mind Stone, but we'll sit. So if I draw another dragon or something, it might be more worth my while than the Embercleave to use it. Impulse, okay. Not as concerned. His stuff is all low to the ground, whereas I have a pair of flyers and an Evercleave in my hand, so. Now, if he bounces something, that's going to slow me way the hell down. Oh. No, he gave up. Alright. Anyways, my play would have been play THRAKKUS, swing with everything to get the discounted Embercleave. Gnawbone would have been a 14-14, Atsushi would have been a 10-10, and then THRAKKUS coming through. And then I probably would have put the Embercleave on Atsushi just to ensure, because if he didn't have 2 bounce spells, either way, he was toast. Jetmare, oh boy. This is usually race to get your stuff out and hope you don't get double strike to death. Alright. I'm keeping this because it's got the flame sweep in it. Because that might be key to surviving this. Because usually they go for a bunch of little 1/1 goofy dudes, and then once they hit 9, they slam Jetmare. Well, if I make sure I leave mana open, I think I'm in good shape. To at least prevent myself from dying 1 turn. Let's see what happens. Really? You got something instant. He must have like a removal spell or something in his hand. I'm gonna go ahead and keep ramping at this point. I'll get a red and a green. I'll put the green in play, keep the red in hand. I would have went with Guardian Project, but I'd rather play the ramp because then I'm still advancing the board state for myself, because I need a lot of this one. Alright, there's a bunch of stuff. I think it's what, +1/+1? Okay, so it's not like I can just blast it and get rid of it right away. We're just gonna go with the Guardian Project here. I'll wait. I don't feel like ramping in unless I absolutely have to. Okay, yeah, that flame sweep is looking better and better by the month. I don't feel like taking 4 right now. I get the feeling I'm gonna get hit with a bunch of stuff here very shortly because of Jetmare. Oh, the question becomes, do I have time? He gets +2 Trample Vigi. I'm gonna pass the turn. Because he can slam Jetmare and swing for a lot. Go away, all of you. Except for Jetmare. That's got janked. Yep, I'm screwed. Goodbye. Oh boy, here comes Miram. Yeah, I'll keep this. We got ramp, we get rocks, and at least 1 dragon, so. So you go, let's see here. Probably incredible. I like the haste that it gives, and as much as I like Dragon Speaker Shaman, it's vulnerable to getting itself chopped. Let's do. If I do this, that shaves 2 off. I could play that. 6. I think I actually want this. Let's go ahead. I don't have time to mess around with Guardian Project. Okay. So let's go ahead and end the turn. I'd rather keep the chargers. Okay, boy. Really? Didn't get the land I was hoping for. That sucks. So I don't have enough red. If I had one more red, I could do Atsushi and the Swashbuckler. Well, actually, hold on. Let's do this. Let's do Dragon Speaker Shaman. Do the Swashbuckler, which will give me another trigger back. And then I can do Atsushi. I could do it, I just had to juggle it out. So, the question is, can I kill it? Probably not, but maybe. Send that sushi in. Oh, he didn't fall for it. I was hoping he'd let me ram it through, but that's okay. I now have 5. So let's go ahead and settle. Hoping for something good. There she is. That's better. I'm gonna end the turn. I'm gonna sit on the ram through, because if I see anything with 4 power or 4 toughness or less, I'm shooting it. Oh, Jesus. This guy's got like the nut. Alright, let's... Nothing's coming down. Let's go Thrack. Oh! Okay. Fine. Huh? Okay, can I please have a flame sweep? Because that's insane. Shit. Okay, now the question becomes, do I... I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna take it. Okay. So this turns into, can I get to that? Let's swing with all of it. And I have the ram through, so I can actually smash a couple of things. Come on, start doing some blocks. Because the ram through is probably going to hit Miram. I almost have to. Yeah, that's fine. Or can I kill him with the ram through? No. Play the Great Henge. I was thinking if I ram through one of the Lozons, but yes, I'm gonna auto pay through the ward. I can only do 6 and put him at 1 if I did that. You can't dupla dragon me to death with me killing Miram right off the get, so... He's got 7 mana. He draws a mana, he can cast it, but that's all he can do. He can't do anything else. Block 1. That's okay. Add to it. Woohoo! Dang! Yeah. Had to ram through that one.